Here's my Timex Easy Reader. The Easy Reader has two serious flaws in my opinion, which I'll get to. Oh, as well as a really worthwhile mod that I'll demonstrate. But here's why I think every watch enthusiast should have a Timex Easy Reader in their collection. For a long time I didn't understand the watch and ignored its presence on retail sites, deeming it basic or cheap. And that name, Easy Reader, it sounds like it should be supplied with a matching walker. Not exactly appealing to the TikTok generation. Only when I got my hands on a Timex Easy Reader did I appreciate what I'd been missing out on. I now regard it a bit like a Casio Duro, a watch you'll find nestled among far more expensive timepieces in the most discerning collector's watch box. Or at least that's the esteem I think this Timex deserves. I think it's that good. I'll put an affiliate link in the description to where you can get one. If you use it and buy something, I can earn a small fee. The usual disclaimer. So, examined without prejudice, the Timex Easy Reader presents an elegant and unembellished example of design genius. A simple white dial, large but proportional black Arabic numerals, simple button hands, and minimal printed branding. And it's quite smart how they've done the seconds hand in silver colour. Consequently, your undistracted attention is immediately drawn to the black hour and minute hands, enabling you to read the time at just a glance. The case takes on that archetypal, instantly recognized watch shape silhouette that many of us might imagine if asked to draw a watch. Together with its traditional dial layout, the watch has an overall aesthetic that allows you to style it with almost any outfit, so perhaps a wardrobe staple should you get this 35mm or its scaled up 38mm variant. I think that's just down to personal preference, but you should consider this. The watch is all dial, so it looks bigger than you might imagine for a 35mm case. I measured the dial on this watch at 30mm, which is bigger than what you get on an enormous Seiko dive watch, which are typically only 28.5 across many models. Here's what my 35mm looks like on my 7¼ inch wrist. One difference on the 38mm is that there's a small space between the 3 and the date window. You might prefer that, whichever size you go for. Both have dials that are unspoiled by the presence of a chapter ring, like that used on the similar Timex Weekender models. The strap width is 18mm on the 35mm case and 20mm on the 38, and the look-to-look on my watch is around 41mm. Let's do the case height as well, I suppose. I measure 8mm. I believe it's 9 on the 38mm case. By the way, my watch was fit for the trash when I bought it used. You can see my full restoration of this watch by clicking on the end card at the end of the video or clicking on the link that I'll put in the description. During my restoration process, I took the opportunity while it was disassembled to replace the mineral crystal with a sapphire crystal. I highly recommend that as a must-have mod because the crystal is level with the watch case, and so it's liable to pick up lots of scratches on the supplied mineral. And that's not the only reason to go sapphire. I believe the brilliant luster of this flat sapphire crystal gives the illusion of making my white dial look like a much more expensive enamel dial. It really elevates the charm of the watch. And the sapphire only cost me around £3. Here's how to do a crystal change. Pop the case back off, preferably using the same style case back remover I have. Its end will fit into the recess you'll find at the position marked by this arrow on the case back. Next, you need to push here with a pin or similar to allow you to pull the crown out. You'll need a bit of pegwood or a coffee stirrer to help nudge the movement out of the case. Of course, you'll need a crystal press. They're not expensive. I measured the old crystal at 30mm diameter by 1.2mm thick and ordered one of the same size. However, it must have been fractionally smaller as I was able to fit it with a firm press, not needing the crystal press. The only thing to note for reassembly is that you will almost certainly need the crystal press to pop the case back on. If any of that was helpful, please give me a like. I'm still a small creator and the likes help me. Thanks. So what's wrong with it? there are two things I think that make the Easy Reader a little bit flawed. First, it has a ridiculously small crown, making it difficult for me to operate. The second thing is that I can hear it ticking from arm's length, which is a problem because that's where it lives. I can't wear it on my foot. Anyway, some people like the ticking, and I forgive it because I really want to wear the watch. It's a firm favourite in my collection. It's extremely practical, both for its easy read layout and versatility to style with most ensembles. Check my big word. And of course, how could we not mention its party piece? It has a push crown operated Indiglo which illuminates the dial. Mine is a little dull because I need to change my battery. Have you got this watch? Please share your experience, especially if you have some long-term feedback. Thanks.